Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before I dive into today's episode, which is whose side are you on when it comes to Kyle Richards versus Dorit Kemsley? Now, if you were the casting director or the executive for the show and you only had to bring one of them back for season 15, who would it be? Would it be Kyle or Dorit? Well, word on the street, Kyle wants Dorit gone. So before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. It's a fun and easy way to support the show, and I would really appreciate it. So with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says, could Kyle Richards be trying to push Dorit Kemsley off of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills amid their ongoing feud? That's what a new report has suggested. After Dorit was seen calling out Kyle for the interaction she had with her estranged husband Paul PK Kemsley amid their separation, an insider spoke out about the tension between them, alleging that Kyle is attempting to put Dorit on an island as she and her co stars potentially move on to season 15 without her. What Kyle's doing to Dorit is really ugly, a source close to production told OK Magazine on January 16th. She's trying to go around and get everyone on her side when it's obvious to the viewers and the other women she's talking to PK Kemsley about personal things. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans may have seen, Kyle initially insisted that she and PK were only sending memes back and forth, but she has eventually came clean, showing a message to her castmates that she sent to PK in which she vowed to keep anything he told her to herself. Who could blame Dorit for being mad about it? The insider asked. Anyone would be given the situation and would not want to be friends with someone talking to their ex about personal things. Although Dorit grew extremely close to Bozema during filming of season 14, the other women would likely align themselves with Kyle if forced to choose, as they know she has a lot of pull as the series' longest running cast member. Even Erica's Jane's been kind to Dorit this year and is friendly with her, but she's also aware it's Kyle's show, so she's going to tread lightly and not stir the pot too much, the insider explained. Everyone always wants to be on the right side, so to speak, and Kyle probably is hoping by alienating Dorit that she will end up leaving the show. That's just the way it works in this world. Put someone on an island and they will sink, the source added. Okay, a couple of things with this, all right? Number one, was the source Dorit? Because this just sounds like somebody from Dorit's camp really trying to have her back and malign Kyle. Now, I'm not saying Kyle is an angel. I actually have a bone to pick with Kyle for calling Garcelle an a-hole because Garcelle was like, well, if you want to be a lesbian, like just be a lesbian. That's for another video. So subscribe, like, and share to get to that video because I'm going to talk about that. So by no means am I team Kyle in the grand scheme of things. She's very problematic and I have my issues with her. However, in this context of team Kyle versus team Dorit, I'm team Kyle in this particular context, okay? Now, a couple of things. Number one, of course, Kyle and PK are texting and talking. The entire world was speculating if Mauricio and Dorit were having sex or having an affair, or at the bare minimum, was having some type of inappropriate sexual tension or flirtation on Dorit's part, on both of their parts, who knows? So, of course, their spouses and their couples' friends are going to talk to each other. I think that PK and Kyle definitely were talking, comparing notes. That is human nature. If someone comes to me and is just like, "Yo, your best friend is banging your husband," I'm gonna obviously talk to my best friend and her husband, and we're gonna compare notes. So obviously that they've been texting and talking and comparing notes. And I think what Kyle was saying in her text, being like, "I'm not gonna tell anybody what you shared with me." I think what she was also trying to say was like, I'm not going to tell like the press or the media or the blog or on the show or throw something in Dorit's face about what you're going through. That's actually what I think she was trying to say in the text, not that her and PK were having these like inappropriate private conversations about Dorit. Like I don't think that is what was going on in that situation. It doesn't make sense. I think if what they were talking about was the fact that the world thought that their spouses were having an affair, they have had years long friendship. and not going to, share things on the show or go public with that. Now, Dorit can't blame Kyle for why she might be fired or on the out. As we know, pretty much ever since Dorit got on the show, the first season she came on the show, I think it was like season 7 or so, she had her little personality that she tries to have now, and then she kind of just went mute. She kind of went dormant. She became Kyle's yes person. She became Lisa Rinna's yes person. She was a part of the Faux Fox 5. And she can't be now mad at Kyle being like, I never stand up to you. I don't say anything to you. You shout and you yell, and now I'm saying something. The only reason why you're saying something now, Dorit, is because you want to save your spot on the show. Pretty much ever since you got on the show, you've only been able to stay on because other people have done worse. I'm looking at you, Anna Marie, or Diana Jenkins, or a Teddy Mellencamp, and you kind of skated by just being mediocre. You weren't as horrible as the other people who got fired, but at the same time, you weren't bringing it like a Garcelle or like a Sutton or like even an Erica Jane. You know what I mean? You're not really bringing anything to the show. You just got by being mediocre. And you used your friendship with Kyle because I don't think you ever really liked Kyle like that to begin with. So don't act so shocked and mad about Kyle not being your friend. You never liked Kyle. The level of anger and vitriol and nastiness that you have towards her is clearly evident that you have been harboring these feelings about her the entire time. And you are just pretending to be her friend for cover. Just like the other women, they're going to side with Kyle because they know the power she has. But at the same time, I think that Kyle is annoying, but I don't think the women take Kyle seriously. She's almost like the little sister who's throwing a little temper tantrum and nobody's like taking it that seriously or that deep. Whereas I think that the rest of the women just don't like you, Dorit. You've had major beef with Sutton. You've had major beef with Garcelle. You're now really beefing with Kyle. The only person on your side is Bozema. Erica Jane is giving you, lip service, but like the article said, which I agree with, at the end of the day, Erica Jane doesn't give a damn about anybody but herself, so she's going to side with whoever has the most power. And you might be having your little moment right now, like smoking and swearing and doing all these crazy things, but I don't think that's going to last forever. So do I think that Kyle is trying to get Dorit fired for the upcoming season 15? I wouldn't put it past her. She's got Carlton fired. She got Camille Grammer fired. Do I think Kyle has the same level of power she used to have? No. I think it's a new day. I think that everybody is kind of calling people out for being these like pseudo pot stirrers and pseudo producers on the show and playing favorites and all of that stuff. So I do think that the climate has changed, and Kyle also knows she has to be more honest, she has to be more transparent, she has to give more and not just poke the bear at everybody else but not really be honest about what's going on with her. I think the climate has changed. So do I think Kyle has the same amount of power as she used to? No. But do I think Kyle has more power than Dorit? Yes. And do I think the ladies overall like Kyle more than they like Dorit? Yes. Because I don't think they really take Kyle that seriously. But I think they actually don't like Dorit. So we'll see. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Kyle is behind the scenes trying to get Dorit out? And what would you want to see for season 15? Do you want Kyle and Dorit to come back? Do you want both of them gone? One of them gone? And what are you thinking about season 14? Are you into it? I'm not that into it. I'm not. I don't know what it is. I'm just not that into it, you guys. But we'll see. I want to know what you guys think about this. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.